Hi, I'm Tom Mihawk, and welcome to Retirement Plan Basics. This is a part of a series of videos that I'm doing that are shorter than the original ones. For example, I've done investments basics, mutual funds, stocks, bonds, alternatives, all of which are one video, only 10, 13, 14 minutes. The originals were sometimes two, three, sometimes videos. So these are much shorter. This one about retirement really came from students asking about Roth and traditional IRAs. And I thought, I'll do a short retirement video that'll provide some more information and cover the Roth traditional question as well. The slides for these will be available in the notes in YouTube. Take a look there. You can print them, take notes on them, keep them, however you want to use them. Okay, what does retirement mean today? When I was first teaching a dozen years ago, I would ask what retirement is, and students would say, well, it means quitting your job and golfing more, playing shuffleboard, if they were joking, right? Now they increasingly say things like, well, maybe it's trying a new career, maybe it's going back to school. I like to say that what I want to do when I retire is to work less and make more money doing it, have more flexibility in how I spend my time and my choices over how I spend my days. Take a look. Is retirement age too young? In 1950, the chronological age was 65. In 2020, the chronological age of 65 feels more like 51. Look at Wilford Brimley in the movie Cocoon. He was 50 years old in that picture. Look at Tom Cruise now in the latest Mission Impossible. He's 56. Look at him. I saw him in the recent Top Gun movie, and he looks older than he did in the first one, right? It was 30 years ago, but he still looks great. So retirement is not what it used to be. Retirement is a time maybe to do different things or make money in different ways, or maybe some people will still quit and golf. And good if you do, and then that's what you like doing. But as I said, what I hope to do is make more, work less, have more flexibility to do what I want to do when I'd like to do it. Some misconceptions about retirement. I won't need as much income to live on after I retire. Well, it's a misconception because you might want to do new things. You might want to go back to school. You might want to visit your kids who live in a different state. Or maybe you want to get an apartment or a condominium near them so you can visit more often. Retirement being at the end of my life won't last long. Well, we're living longer. And if people retire at 65, if you live to 85, that's a 20-year retirement. If you live to 95, that's a 30-year retirement. So you may live you may live long, and retirement may be longer than you think. Another misconception, Social Security and my defined benefit pension plan will provide completely for my income needs. Wrong. It'll provide for some. It may provide secure income for a portion, but you're going to have to find other ways. Fortunately, now we have a variety of there's a big current of interest in multiple income streams, people talking about podcasts and blogs and online ways to make income. You also need things like pensions and maybe residual income streams from your current work, or work longer, or modify in some way what you do, or work smarter, right? Some other misconceptions. I'm not going to work at all and just play golf all day. All my health care expenses will be covered by Medicare. I'll start saving later. Why waste my money now? Well, there are a lot of misconceptions about retirement. Consider this for a moment. Work possibilities. Work past 65. I mean, by the time I'm 65, I'm pretty sure that the retirement age is going to be 67. It's been moving up. And when I'm at retirement age, I'll be 2 years older than everyone else younger than me. This baby boomer's got the best deal again, right? Work part-time, consult, accept flexible compensation, start a business, the side hustle, work in a new field, work less and make more, which is what I told you I always tell students these days. Teach, move to a geographic location for activities you love doing, climbing, golfing, fishing, surfing, whatever. Do them more often so you can do them more often. Move to be near to your children or your grandchildren. Return for a different or an advanced education. Travel, volunteer. Be socially active. Hit the gym more. Compete in athletics, right? Set and achieve physical goals. There's so many fitness goals. There's so many things you can do that don't involve just sitting and doing nothing all day. Smart retirement planning includes living healthy. Be healthy and live longer. Start saving early. Often Manage your accumulated savings and investments well. Review your personal situation, like your assets, your liabilities, meaning your debt. Bequest motives. What do you want to give when you pass to children or grandchildren or charities or something like that? And be smart about your taxes. Be aware of your taxes. Look at your risk assessment. What insurances do you no longer need? What new insurances do you need? Like, say, maybe long-term care insurance. Maybe you don't need life insurance anymore. Maybe you need less, or maybe you need more. Income planning and housing. Now, we mentioned healthy living just a moment ago. Healthy living would include eating a healthy diet, exercising at moderate to vigorous levels 30 minutes a day. Maintain your ideal body weight, usually a body mass index of between 18.5 and about 25. Don't smoke. If you smoke, quit, right? No more than 1 for women or 2 for men alcohol drinks a day. Alcohol doesn't have a lot of nutritional value, and it's processing it through your body is laborious, and so avoiding alcohol is helpful. Maintain 4 of 5 healthy habits. If for people at age 50 who maintain 4 or 5 of these healthy habits, women live 11 years longer and men 7.6 years longer by maintaining 4 of 5 of these healthy habits. Do this and more for healthy retirement years. Notice the impact of early investing. Jack invested $200 a month starting at 25. He contributes $96,000 total and has, at age 65, 525 or so thousand. Jill invests $200 per month starting at 35. 10 years later, she contributes a total of $72,000, but she has only $250,000. And Joey invests $200 a month starting at 45. 20 years later than Jack, 10 years later than Jill. He contributes $48,000, has only $100,000. Big difference, right? I presume that in this chart, all the rates of return are the same. It could be 0, it could be just basic savings, but it tells you the value of starting early. Be tax smart using traditional and Roth. Have a bias for qualified plans, meaning 401ks, IRAs, 403bs, 457 plans for the benefit of tax-deferred growth. Traditional plan contributions reduces your pre-tax income by the contribution amount. Earnings grow tax-deferred. You pay ordinary income tax when you take it out, when you withdraw it. There's a penalty for withdrawals before age 59.5, and you must begin withdrawing at age 72. So what happens is that there's no tax in the beginning when you start to invest. The tax is at the end. You actually reduce your pre-tax income, which lowers your taxes, right? Roth contributions, there's no pre-tax income deduction. You pay your taxes now. Your earnings still don't have any capital gains as they're invested. And if you leave it in for 5 years and withdraw after 59.5, there's no taxes and there's no required minimum distribution, which is great, right? So, excuse me. Recapping. Traditional plans, no tax now, reduce your pre-tax income and lower your taxes. Pay taxes later. The money grows with no taxation. There is a required minimum distribution, 72.5, and a penalty before 59.5. Roth, you pay taxes now. There's no reduction in your pre-tax income, but there's no taxation as long as you keep your invested for 5 years. Withdraw after age 59.5, and there's no tax at the end because you paid tax in the beginning. Traditional, no tax now, tax later. Roth, pay tax now, no tax later. Great benefit. Use both. Use either. These tax preferential plans are important to take advantage of. Withdrawal strategies. Avoid invading principal. Try to live on your interest. Once you make withdrawals, 4% is the amount that most people recommend you should limit your withdrawals to, 4% per year. There are variations for lower and higher, and there's always an issue of sequence of returns risk, which means you might average 10% return over 20 years, but if all the bad years are in the beginning, you'll run out of money. And so you want to make sure that you watch for the low return years. If you have 5 years in a row of bad returns or negative, that can affect you dramatically. And so you want to lower the amount you withdraw. But try to stick to only taking your interest and not invading your principal. So summary, retirement planning. Live healthy now. Be healthy and live longer. Start saving early. Often manage your accumulated savings and investments well. Review your personal situation. Look at your assets, your liabilities, what you want to give to children, charities. Be smart about taxes. Be knowledgeable about taxes. And make decisions that give you that are the right tax choices. Risk assessment. You may need less insurance. You may need more in other areas. Be well informed. Be a smart income planner and be aware for your housing also. How do you want to live as you get older? Independently, in a community, with assistance, without assistance. Most people these days want to live as long as they can in their individual home. So this has been Retirement Plan Basics. I'm Tom Mihawk. This is another one of the short versions of my longer videos about retirement. Thanks for watching. I have one more after this. I hope you'll come back and watch it. It's called Housing Basics. See you in a minute.